guys, Fly Girl VSG coming into you with my week 26 post-op VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy video. I had surgery December 5th with Dr. J. Jan here in Portland, Oregon at Legacy Good Samaritan Hospital. Today is my 6-month surgiversary to the day. Sorry, I've got something in my teeth. I was just eating chicken salad. How's that for hot? So I started the 2-week pre-op diet at 301.2. I weighed in day of surgery at 291.8. I weighed in last week at 218.6. And I weighed in this morning at 215.6. So that is a 3-pound loss for this week, a 10-pound loss for this month, and an 85.6-pound loss since the 2-week pre-op diet. So I feel really good about that. I have to tell you, I'm a little surprised at the 215.6. I don't think I deserved it this week. I drank wine more days than I didn't. But on the upside of that, it's still 3 pounds. I'm super stoked. And it led me to some decisions that I'll share with you guys today on how I'm moving forward with the month of June. So, I wanted to also say that I have thought about, I'm not really a time frame person. I used to be, when it's like, I want to lose 30 pounds by this event, or I want to do whatever. And I haven't done that with this surgery because it's hard to predict, Last month the month before last, I lost just over 6 pounds. So, it's hard to say what time will be like. But I would like to be in Wonderland by my birthday, which is August 8th. So that is 2 months and a couple days from now. So I hope to, that's only 15.7 pounds to be at 199.9. So I think I can do that in the next 2 months. And God, that will make me so happy. I hate to say that because I'm already happy and weight does not dictate my happiness. However, I know exactly when the last time I saw under 200 was, and I'll talk about that next week. I've been putting it off, like this whole why I got fat video, or time frames, because we all, I don't know about you. I think like that, I weighed this when, So I've been putting it off because, I don't really know how to tell my story, I guess. I think it's important. We all have we all have stories to tell. But I've been meaning to talk about it every week for at least 6 weeks and just haven't been able to bring myself to do it. So the decision, so last week I was really thinking, or this weekend really, I was thinking to myself, okay, well let me back up a little bit. Saturday I had a Pacific Northwest meet and greet. So I got to meet Sarah Nerd in Oregon and Chris Waffle and Maintaining Michelle and Losing Weight Kate and 17 people named Jennifer, VSG Kirk. I loved everybody. It was so great. I had so much fun. But I was really nervous. I know it's really hard to believe. But I was really nervous. So I drank an entire bottle of wine. I was there. And it didn't really help me not be nervous. But it did a little bit. It helped me a little bit. I still pitted out my dress. I had the sweat stash all day. It was a mess. I was a mess. I just wanted to fit in, I guess, I have my friends, I have lots of friends, and people like me in general, I suppose, but in the community, I guess, I don't know. I have nothing bad to say, I don't know. I kind of feel on the outskirts of it, a little bit, which is fine, but I didn't want to feel left out, and I didn't, but I was nervous, and it's the bottom line. So I came home to my boyfriend, and we had a fantastic night, but I drank another bottle of wine when I came home. Just his recovery. And that was amazing, because I had Gewürztraminer, which was super good. And the next day, I got together with an old high school friend, and we split a bottle of rosé at 12:30 in the afternoon. I had nothing else going on, so why not? But after that, and I didn't want to drink the wine, but I hadn't seen this girl in like 18 years. And she brought up that she'd like to have a glass of wine or some champagne or something. And so I felt a little like I didn't want her to sit here and drink alone. And I was a little nervous again. So I just had the two glasses of wine. But afterwards, I was thinking, am I really doing my best here? You know, I'd had a slow week last week. I think I was down 0.4 pounds last week, right? Or 0.2. I was down 0.2 pounds last week. And then walking into a week or weekend where I did a lot of drinking. And so I was just reflecting back on Sunday, like, am I doing the best I can? Am I really doing my best? And the answer is no. I don't, you know, I was talking to my boyfriend about this too, but like, I don't need to drink at every social event. And I'm a social drinker. I don't drink at home alone. I tend to drink more when Kent is home because we like to sit and have a glass of wine and watch a movie or have a glass of wine with dinner or whatever. But I don't need to do that. Like, I've never needed to do that. So, it's not going to help me to drink the wine, you know? I'm a very social person. I go to happy hours. I go to parties. I have parties. There's things going on. Oh, and last week was Vegas too, remember? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was Vegas. So I drank last week and then all weekend. So I drank more days than I didn't last week. Anyway, moving on. I was just thinking, it's really hard for me to be the only person at a party not drinking. But I'm usually not the only one. And it makes me feel more comfortable. I mean, because I really am more shy and inhibited than people think I am. Especially because I have drinks at most parties and I'm out, you know, pretty outgoing and then I just get giggly and happy. So I have decided that I'm going to take the following steps to make June the most successful month I can make it. 1, I am not going to drink. June is a drink-free, wine-free, alcohol-free month. I get 1 pass, okay? So I get 1 day, whether that's a happy hour or my rainbow party pride weekend or whatever, but I get 1 day starting June 2nd because I already had wine June 1st. So I'll go to July 2nd. And it's not going to be like July 2nd comes along and I go in and drink a bunch of wine. I'll reassess at that point how June went and go from there. If I find that I can have 3 glasses of wine a week and still lose 10 pounds a month, I may be able to be a little bit more flexible with that. But if I lose 15 pounds in June, then why would I compromise those extra 5 pounds for those 3 glasses of wine? I'm not going to do it. So, but it's important, you know, since I have been cleared to drink, which is around week 6 or 8, I've had, not drinks every week, but I've had some drinks, you know, so every month for sure. So, so that's the goal, is no alcohol in June minus 1 day. I get 1 day. I'm going to exercise 4 to 5 days a week, no exceptions. Now, and I say that because I usually do exercise 4 to 5 days a week, but there are weeks when I don't. For example, I went to Vegas last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did not bring workout clothes. I did not use the gym. I did not go for walks. I could have done that. I didn't. So no exceptions. I do count yoga. So if I do 4 days of like resistance training and cardio, and then yoga can be my 5th day. Because I take a yin yoga class, so it's not very strenuous, but it is extensive stretching. I do burn calories doing it. It's very relaxing and restful to me, and I'm going to count it as a workout, even though it's not technically getting your heart rate up. Not as one of the 4 days, but maybe as a 5th day. So, what else? Definitely planning my food a day, 2, 3 days ahead of time. Just doing my best to lay out the days ahead, week ahead. Some of that is to keep me on track, and some of that is because I have so much food in this house that if I don't meal plan, like, it goes bad, or I forget that I have it and go to the store and buy food. Like, my freezer is chock full of shit. Like, I have, not shit, it's good food, but it's like salmon and salmon burgers and turkey burgers and ground beef and meatballs, like those chicken meatballs and chicken melts. I haven't had one of those in weeks and weeks. Like, why am I not eating this? And I shouldn't be going to the grocery store and buying a bunch of other food unless it's produce when I have all this food here. So trying to like remember that. Like I've got 17, not really. I have like 8 cans of tuna in my pantry. I just made a bunch of mayonnaise. Like I make my own mayonnaise, by the way, because it's delicious. You know, why am I not making tuna? You know, things like that. Right now I'm eating chicken salad, but next week I'll make tuna, or this weekend I'll make tuna and I'll pull on that until it's gone. And have that with a quarter of an avocado or something like that. You know, things like that. So some of it's about food planning and some of it is about sticking to a plan and not winging it. I am not prone to snacking unless I'm on my period, and then I'm prone to, like just before my period, then I'm prone to serious snacking. But if I lay my day out ahead of time, it's really hard for me to justify going over calories. Sometimes I do. Especially if I've exercised, I don't feel so bad if I have like a popsicle or a handful of chips or something like that in the evening. But I don't snack during the day, almost never. So it's, you know, it's usually at night. That's the problem. So trying to plan exercise 4 to 5 days a week, no alcohol for the month of June. And that's pretty much it. I mean, back to basics really, right? So a couple other things I wanted to talk to you about today are my 6-month SURGIVERSARY measurements, because I do them every month anyway. Some things to note is that this month I lost 5.5 or 5.5 inches. For a total inches lost of 56 inches. And I measure my waist, hips, all of this. When I do legs and arms and stuff, it's always on my right side. I don't know. Why bother with both? I don't. Right thigh, calf, ankle, bicep, forearm, wrist, neck, my chest under, so under here, and chest over, so over here. The good news is that this month I only lost 0.5 inches in my chest over. So less empty boobage here, but I lost 1.5 down here. I gained a ½ an inch in my wrist. Don't you think that's weird? Maybe I mismeasured last month, but I added it back, you know, because that's fair. What else are some significant losses this month? 1.5 inches off my hips. That's pretty much it. Everything is like 0.25, 0.75, 0.5, 0.75 after that. But notably overall, I mean, I've lost so much inches, but my chest over here, I've lost 9.5. Under, I've lost 6.5, and this is total for the 6 months. My calves, I've lost 3.75. It really feels like more than that. It really does. Because my calves are actually looking like legs instead of tree trunks. I've lost 6.75 inches overall in my thigh, 10 inches off my hips, and 8.25 inches off my waist. That's pretty great. So I'm still in a size 16. I can't wait to get in a 14, seriously. I won't have any clothes. I don't know what I'll do with myself, but that's okay. So in terms of NSVs, I would say I'm still shocked at my ability to sit with my legs crossed. And not just sit with my legs crossed, but sit for my legs crossed for like a long time. Like I went to a play last Sunday and I crossed my legs throughout the entire time and shifted only a couple times. Like, that's really weird. Like normally if I sat with my legs crossed, like it would start to feel uncomfortable or something would fall asleep, you know, and now I'm just sitting with my legs crossed all the time. I put my knees to my chest much more often. Like, I can actually put my knees, like, look. My knee is fitting. It's just crazy. And my stamina is continuing to get better. So, like, I just can do more for longer, especially activity stuff. Although I will say that, like, with the spin class, I've been doing spinning, and I've only gone a couple times, but I'm hoping to do it, like, once a week. When I first took a spin class, like, I won't even count the first 2 times ever. But in the first time since I joined this gym, so in the last couple years, I went once, and I looked at the clock the entire time. Like, I was like, is this over? Is this over? Is this over? Is this over? And then I went once. So I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the last few years. The first time was awful. Like, I just could barely do anything. I couldn't get out of the saddle because I was so heavy. And then the second time I took it with this girl named Mary at LA Fitness, at the gym that I belong to now. And she was amazing, but again, I was exhausted after 20, 30 minutes. And then I went and took one at 24 Hour Fitness because I also belong there. And the guy was a total militant. Like, he was not funny. He had problems with his music, which shit happens. But, like, it was not fun for me. So I had an easier time kind of slacking off. And then I went to Mary's class twice more. So I went once, not last week, but the week before. And then I went once this Wednesday. And both times I noticed that I made it until about 45 minutes. And then I started really getting tired. But 45 minutes is not 15. You know, before it was like I was looking at the clock after the first 2 songs. Like, what are you doing to me? Get me off this thing. But having too much pride to get up and leave. And this time it was like the last 3 or 4 songs that I was really having a hard time with, like keeping up. But I'm able to spend all my time out of the saddle that I need to. It's good. I'm really excited. I'm really proud of myself. I have a Groupon for like this kettlebell workout, so I'm going to start that in like 2 weeks. And try something different. Of course, I'm working with my trainer too, and I'm doing her workouts on my own at the gym as well. So those are all things that I'm noticing I'm just able to do more of, and I'm getting stronger, and I'm really excited. When I had my 6-month appointment on, I'm not going to keep this too much longer. I know I'm going along. I had my 6-month follow-up appointments on Tuesday, and the physical therapist, who I don't care for, he's really weird, but, you know, whatever. I mean, he's nice. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Anyway, people who don't laugh at me, like if I crack a joke and you don't laugh at me, like, I don't know, I'm suspicious of you. I don't know why. And he did laugh a little bit, I suppose, but he says that I'm not going to gain any muscle at this point, that my muscle loss to fat loss ratio is normal, is in the normal range, so not good or bad, just normal, not overly bad, I guess you can say, and that muscle loss is to be expected when you're losing fat. But that I won't gain muscle yet. But I don't know what I mean, like, I know that I have saggy arms, but seriously, like, look at that. There's some definition. Okay, if you put this away, like, these, well, you guys can't see it, but I can feel it. I'm gaining some muscle. F that. At least compared to before. I'm definitely feeling stronger, so if that's not muscle gain, I don't know. He said that really resistance training at this point is really more about minimizing loss than it is about gaining muscle. So we'll see. I go back in 3 months, so we'll see. I'm going to finish up with a body shot because I'm wearing a cute hand-me-down dress that I love, and it's 6 months, so why not? And then, yeah, that's it. So let's just do that. Cute little dress. I don't even care about that. One more thing I was going to say is that Go Teams VSG is a good friend of mine from pre-surgery days. And she is coming in from Arizona on Thursday, and I will see her Friday and Saturday. So Friday, she's going to come over and try on some clothes that I have for her, some hand-me-downs, and then Saturday, we're going to go on a hike. So I know that she and I are planning on doing a video together. I also may convince her to do a fashion show, like a clothes haul, hand-me-down clothes haul video, and because I thought of that yesterday. Tessa, be prepared. And maybe we'll do some shots, at least pictures for sure, while we're hiking. Because we're going to do a city hike, so like a hill hike. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. So thanks for all your guys' support. I really appreciate it. Seriously, I live for it. I mean, it really makes a difference in helping me get through my day when I'm feeling like things are going rough or want somebody to celebrate with. My friends, my family, my YouTube people, my Facebook people appreciate it. It's so great. I love you guys. Keep it fly out there. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you tomorrow or Saturday when Tessa comes into town. It's tomorrow. What am I thinking? It's tomorrow. Woo! Go Teams! Keep it fly out there. Bye.